What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Doubted. My name's Christian Montuano, and today I'm here with Jamaal McKnight. Jamaal, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Tell everybody where you're from, where you go to school, and just how it's been like for you growing up where you've grown up.
I'm from Maryland, PG County. I go to DeMatha Catholic High School, class of 2027. And I mean, just growing up in like that environment, like Maryland, like in my opinion, and I know in a lot of people's opinions, like we got the best hoopers and like in the whole country. So I feel like it's like it was tough, like tough growing up here. Like every like you got competition everywhere. So like every time you step in the gym, it's like somebody probably on you. So you gotta bring your A game every day. And I feel like that just made me better like through the years.
You touched on the competition in the area. A lot of great players have come through PG County. What has it been like for you growing up? You said in that environment, knowing that you have to ball out, like you're gonna be competing and you're gonna be playing out against some tough teams. So that kind of bringing the best out of you. But what was it like? Just more in depth of like how it's been like for you growing up in the area and seeing people that you know go on and play college basketball, even NBA potentially.
Yeah, it's really been a blessing for real. Like because like it's just I feel like just being down here, like I had a big name like for so long, like knowing just a lot of people like gunning for me, especially in the area. I feel like it's just getting preparing me for like bigger, better things. So like I feel like that's a blessing. Growing up where I'm from, and just watching other people, like just watching like the best guys that's coming out of here, having a lot of mentors like Quinn Cook, things like that, just like helping me grow and learn in the game, stuff like that. So yeah, that's really a blessing to be able to grow up here.
How tight knit is the basketball community in PG County? Is it pretty tight over there? Like, does everybody pretty much know each other, work out together, things like that?
I can say everybody knows each other, like and also a lot of people like most of the best players like in our city, like we always working out with each other. Like Chris Howard, he does a great job, like bringing like people man, and just working out, and we just getting better, going at it, competing every single day. So I feel like yeah, we're definitely like tight. Everybody tight. Everybody know each other.
I want to take it back to the beginning, like when you first started falling in love with the game of basketball. What was that moment for you?
I mean, I loved it. Like my dad, he put like the ball in my hand at a young age. It really like ever since I came out the womb, like I guess he seen the vision. Ever since then, like I just fell in love with the game. I always played like when I was younger. Like when I was younger, I'd be like I was like 2, 3 years old playing with like 5 year olds, and like they was just like how like I could control the ball, get the ball up the court. Their parents was getting mad and stuff like that because like how advanced I was for my age. So I mean, my dad just put the ball in my hand at an early age, and yeah, I just fell in love with it from there.
Who were those early basketball influences for you? Like any high school player, college player, NBA that you like watched growing up when you were younger that you really looked up to and wanted to be like?
Really, one of the biggest like was really my father, and like and also like, my father he used to coach. Well, he coached me all through my years, but also he coached before me. So when I was younger, like I always was going to practice with him, just watching the older kids how they played. So like I guess it just came natural to me and things like that, just watching it, and then that's what it made me want to do it.
Where did your father coach?
He coached he coached AAU with Maryland Finest. He coached AAU with Maryland Finest. Then that's when after that he came and started coaching me and like some of my friends, and we played with New World, and that's when we went to Above All Costs and things like that. So he coached me all the way through like my whole like middle school years, all that. So yeah.
Okay. What do you remember just about having him as your coach? Was he tough on you? Like what was that like having him as your coach?
He was real tough on me. So like he was real tough on me. Like everything like had to be like like not perfect, but like he was on me about a lot of things. And like even after like the games in the car rides, we'd just be talking about it, things like that. But I feel like that made me like that's making me a better player because I'm getting the criticism from him from a young age. So like not like when another coach talks to me, it's like yeah, I'm used to this, so I'm just gonna take from it, learn from it, and keep going. So I feel
Yeah.
like my dad, him being my coach, helped me become a better player.
Besides him, is there any other coach or trainer that you've had over the years that you would say has had a big impact on you just as a player and also as a person as well?
Yes, I got a lot. I got name a few. Chris Howard, one that I just mentioned. Chris Howard. He been with me like since I was young, like 6, 7, just working with me. And he's still working with me today. Also, Brian, he been with me since like the fifth grade. Working with him. But I can't name all of them, but like I got a
Yeah.
lot, and like they know who they are. But like a lot of influences that helped me through the years for sure.
Okay. Chris Howard, is he like private trainer? You said he gets all the guys together to train. So is he like a private trainer in the area?
Yeah. He like well not like anybody could come get some work, and he willing to work with anybody for real. But he do work with like a lot of the top players like a Caden Lewis.
Okay.
He worked with him, Darius Bevins, a couple of big time names in the Denver area, and also like out of town and things like that. But yeah, so he's a big trainer in the Denver area. Yeah, so he
For
willing to
sure.
work out anybody for real.
So before we get into like what you got going on now over at DeMatha and all that, you are part of the Team Durant program. You played with them over the summer on the EYBL circuit, 15U. Caught a couple of your games from Peach Jam that session, and I remember specifically the game against Mean Streets. I've had a couple kids from that team on here. What do you remember about that game specifically against Mean Streets at Peach Jam? Because I was there for that one. It was a really tough game, very physical. So what do you remember about that one?
Like it was a high intensity game. I remember I came out. Um, I really wasn't like impacting on the offense end, so I just tried to impact it different ways, like on the defense end, and just let my offense come to me and things like that. But like I just remember like how like we went on some runs, they went on some runs, but like all between that, like me and my teammates, we just stick together. We huddled up, talked about it. Coaches, we talked about it, and we found a way to stick it out. So yeah, that was a fun game to be a part of. Yeah.
How was that experience for you overall down at Peach Jam and really the entire summer on the circuit?
That was my first time on the circuit. Before that, eighth grade, I was playing with B Mays and UA, but EYBL, that's a different level. Like every single game, like you can't really take no breaks because it's like it's somebody on that team that got a big name. So like you always got to be prepared and ready to play. I feel like especially in Peace Jam, like everybody we played big name. Like first game we playing one of the top guards. That whole little run we was playing some of the top guards, and I feel like that was just fun being able to play against a couple of the top guards and like really being able to battle and see like where you're at, like where I'm at. Yeah, being one of
Yeah.
the top guards as well.
Another, you mentioned you played against one of the top guards in your class. I think, are you talking about Caden Daughtry with Florida Rebels?
Yeah, we played Caden
Yeah.
Daughtry, TJ, and a couple more. I can't really think of
Okay.
their name right now, but yeah, like we played against yeah.
I watched the game against Florida Rebels.
Yeah,
That was a tough game. They could shoot. They
yeah,
could shoot
sure.
the heck.
They can shoot.
Yeah. Your team was one that I think a lot of people had their eyes on. Just I mean, Baba's on your team. He's one of the top recruits, and he's the top recruit, I believe, in the class. So you guys got everybody's best shot on the circuit because they knew what it was coming into it, how you guys play. Just overall, what was that mindset for you guys heading into each game? Like hey, we're gonna get everyone's best shot. What was that mindset heading into it?
It just like what you said, like our mindset was like we're gonna get everybody best shot because even before the season they was mocking us as the best team in EYBL. So like we knew we was gonna get everybody best shot, but like we prepared for it. Like we prepared for well before that. We talked about it and we just came together in a group. We actually came together in a hotel room and just talked and we was like, do whatever, like we gotta stick together. Like uh through the ups and downs, like we took a couple of losses, but like we was like we gotta stick together. And we just believed in each other and trusted each other and things like that. So we just had a big conversation about trusting each other and believing in each other and sticking together.
Yeah. Would you say you were one of like the main leaders on that team?
Yes, we yeah. So like me and my other point guard, Makai Gray, we was one of the main like top leaders, like having to bring, especially as at the guard position, like we gotta be able to like bring our team together and like through hard times, cause when it's tough, like I know like and a lot of people not gonna say it, but like when it's tough, like you need tough guys to like get you through that. Cause if you don't got no God on the floor, like how you ain't really gonna like be good for real. You gotta have a tough God, a tough leader.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good transition to just how you would describe your game.
Yeah,
Not just like your game, but also when people watch you play, like just how you carry yourself on the court. You mentioned being a leader. Just when you're on that court, like what kind of player on you versus both skill wise and then also just personality wise, what kind of player are you?
I feel like the type of player I am, I try to bring energy and I just try to like lift everybody up, like make sure everybody all right on the court. Cause I know if your mental not right on the court, then like you're not gonna be able. So like just knowing like if like especially for instance Baba, one of the best player, one of our best players on the team. Like if he missing a couple of shots, I gotta let him know like, bro, you good? Like next shot, cause I know we gonna need him to hit a couple shots in crunch times. Really, I just know like just my role on the court, just trying to build everybody up, and make sure everybody mindset straight, and making sure I'm doing what I need to do, find the gaps and create for others and create for myself as well.
Where would you say just because I mean it sounds like you're just an orchestrator, like you understand not only what you got to do, your role, but then also your teammates being able to make sure that you're putting them in the right position to succeed. You talked about the mental side of the game as well and helping them with their mental, make sure that they're ready when their name is called to hit that shot, like you mentioned with Baba. Just where does that mindset come from? Where does that come from for you in your game? Is it talking with your dad, just those conversations, or because it's a very mature approach to the game? So where does that come from?
Yeah, like you said, like really talking to like my dad, my coaches, and, like just talking to like my trainers as well. Like they let me know that like I'm the orchestrator on the court. So like I gotta be able to keep a steady mindset, a good mindset, so everybody else, because I gotta be able to lift everybody else up like during hard times. So like really just like preparing myself, my dad preparing me before games, coaches preparing me before games, and things like that.
So talked about just the competition in PG County. Team Durant's one of those, like just so many kids from PG County playing within that program. I think I don't know if it was last week, it might have been last week, but you guys, Team Durant had like a Thanksgiving charity event, like philanthropy, giving back to the community. It just seems like overall the Team Durant as a program is it's not just a basketball program. Like they want to give back to the community. They want to just be a community organization and uplift everybody. Seem like they're very involved around that area. So what has that been like for you, just being a part of that program and seeing how they interact with the community and just uplift everyone around them pretty much?
Yeah, Team Durant, like ever since I came, since I think eighth grade year, like when I came there, it was like they was open arms. Like they really treated me like a family, and like that, I feel like that just helped me play better in the game because it's like just knowing like I got a family, like not just like my like real family, but like a second family that's like with me like through hard times and bad times. So like I feel like that just made me like by them welcoming me with open arms and showing that like it's family, it just make me play better on the court because I know the people that's behind me I can trust them.
Before we got on here, just our short conversation when you first jumped on, just talked about like you'll work out with a Caden. You played against a Caden Lewis yesterday. He's an older guy within Team Durant. He played 17U over the summer, one of the best guards in the country. And then Cam Ward also played on that 17U team. I go to Michigan State, so I know he's coming to MSU next year. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Just overall, what is it like for you just watching those older guys? Are you at their games? Like what's that relationship like, not just for yourself but for the younger guys on the team, watching those older guys, cuz I think that they're good people to look up to and see, hey, like this is where I want to be when I'm playing 17U, you know what I'm saying? So, how is that relationship with them?
It's a great relationship. Not even like we watching the games like after our games, we hitting right to their games. So just like learning from, especially a kid and just watching like what he does on the court, like how he plays with pace and how he gets everybody involved around him, and just also like not even like just watching the games, even in the hotel rooms, like just asking them questions, just like picking their brains a little bit, trying to see like what I could learn from them, what I could take from their game and add to my game, things like that. So like it's really a blessing to be able to like have like great players ahead of me that I could watch and like learn from and things like that.
Yeah. Were a lot of those conversations during Peach Jam and things like that, like in the hotel, just chopping it up with them pretty much?
Yeah, a lot of hotel conversations, things like that.
From being around a Caden and seeing just because I think this past year his game's grown so much and he became a nationally recognized name, somebody that everybody knew. He played at the Slam Summer Classic over the summer, just really became a high profile player within this past year, grew so much from being around him, seeing him as a kid. Like you knew him before he got all the articles and just all that recognition. What would you say, like those conversations with him, what have you learned from him both on the court and then off the court, because he's had to handle recruiting, he's had to handle all this off the court stuff. So what have you learned from him in those aspects?
I learned a lot from, especially like even when we were younger. Like, I learned a lot from. We played 1-on-1. We always used to play 1-on-1 a lot. It's just like them tough battles. I'm just learning from, and also like just about recruiting. I remember one day we was talking about recruiting, and like he was just saying like a lot of people go to like schools because of their names and things like that. It's just like go to a school that actually like wants you and like values you and wants to use you in the future. So like just really learning from that. And also another thing that I learned from a lot, like if you watch his games, like you'll never know if he having a great game or you'll never know if he having a terrible game because he always
Yeah.
keep a
Very stoic.
yeah. So like
Yeah.
that's one thing I really like about him, and I'm trying to get that, like, because sometimes I know I could be like I could show in my emotions or like my face expressions that I'm either having a great game or a bad game. I just gotta learn how to like control my emotions.
Yeah. Well, I'll say like you're a very passionate player, so I think that that's also like it's a great thing. It's not like you're moping and
Yeah,
pouting and all that, but it's just your passion for the game, you know? So what has that been like for you balancing that? What you were saying about being more I guess just not showing that emotion, but also being passionate, because that is the kind of player you are and you don't want to take that away, you know what I'm saying? So how has that been like for you balancing that, finding that balance?
just like learning. Like even my dad told me like, yeah, be passionate, but like when like turnovers and things like that. Even like if I'm not making a turnover, one of my teammates making a turnover.
Mm,
not just like put my head down and like acting so mad, like just telling him like on to the next and things like that. So like he's saying I could show passion without like being like all angry and mad and things like that. But he been teaching me that since I was young, and now I'm just trying to input that into my game because I know if I just be able to control my emotions, like my game would like extend a lot.
for sure. Before we get into high school season coming up, all that, you just played, like, you played your first session of EYBL. I know you're locked in on this season you got coming up, but walking out of Peach Jam, falling short, what are you most looking forward to about these next couple of years in the EYBL?
I'm just looking forward to like right after that game. I know emotions was running high. I remember the game, but like right after that, once we get into the hotel, we was like, dang. We was just like, dang, like we should have three-peated. But now we just like we on to the next like, hey, now it's time for a two-peat. So I just feel like I just pray like everybody that we had on that team, like we keep that same team. We may add a few pieces, but like I feel like we got great chemistry because we came from eighth grade together. So I'm just looking forward to like what's going to happen in the future. I feel we keeping the same coach, so we really keeping the same coaching staff. So I feel like
Okay.
all we gotta do, we learned from that was like all our basically first times like in the EYBL. So and we went Final Four. So I feel like that was a good for everybody first time, even the coaches. So I feel like we come in this next year, these next 2 years, they gonna be special. We gonna go on a
Yeah.
run. So, yeah.
Who did you guys play in the Final Four?
We played not Team Why Not. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I
Team Why
got you.
Not.
Their game winner in the championship, that game winner was crazy.
Yeah, that was it. That was crazy. We was watching from the airport. Yeah, we was watching. Yeah.
You guys have those aspirations, like you guys wanna win two in a row.
Yeah,
That's the goal for y'all?
yeah, goes
Awesome.
two P, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, man. So heading into this season, DeMatha High School, just all around, like, I think football, basketball, like, historic program since you've gotten to that school since your freshman year. I'm sure your freshman year was like just adjusting to that higher level of basketball and learning how they do things over there and all that. But just going into that, what drew you to that high school? What drew you to that program?
I feel like when a lot of people ask the question, I feel like it was really God's plan. It was really God's plan for me because like I'm gonna be honest, like the Mantha at the time, they wasn't even like they wasn't even on my mind for real. I was set on where I was going, but then it was like something happened there, so it was like where we gonna go? And I feel like God just sent me to DeMatha, and ever since then, like it been great from there.
Last year's season, just talk us through like just a little recap from the season, just overall when you look back on it. How was that freshman year for you? Like what were your biggest takeaways from that first year?
Some of my biggest takeaway, one was that like coming in, like a lot of people were saying like, yeah, it's different here and things like that. But like when I got into it, it was like they're a little faster, stronger, but it's like it ain't nothing really different. So I just took away that like I'm meant to be there. So like yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm meant to be there. So that was one takeaway, and another takeaway is that like watching film is important because just watching the film. Before that, I ain't gonna lie, like eighth grade. Before that, I really wasn't watching no film. And then when I got to high school, like my coach was emphasizing that watch film, and then ever since I was watching film, like I learned a lot, and then the games became slower for me, and I just started exceeding and things like that.
So you said like your main takeaway was just you were meant to be there. You were meant to play that high level of basketball again. Like I mean, AAU ball in PG County in the DMV is insane. High school basketball, I'm sure, is like even bigger competition just because all these kids go to all these different high schools and they're competing against each other and just all that. So what was that moment for you when you were like, hey, like I can play with these guys? Was there a single moment that you remember where you just walked away from it like, hey, I'm meant to be here?
Yeah. It was one particular game. I think it was against. I think it was my second WCAC game. When we played. I actually had two, but the first one I'm gonna tell you about the first one we played. You know, I'm pretty sure you know about Jalil, but they and things
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. We played them in Hoop Fest at DeMatha, and I mean I came out there and just put on the show, and then I was just like. This it was a packed crowd and things like that, and I was like, yeah, like I'm meant to be here. Then another experience was my second WCAC game. The first time I got the start was against McNamara, and I came out there. I was a little nervous at first, then I just got like in tune with the game, and I ended that game with like 22.6 rebounds and 4 assists, and I was like, yeah, for sure, I'm meant to be here. So it was really just getting comfortable and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know you guys played Archbishop Wood. That's I mean that's last year. I mean with Jalil and my guy Deuce Maxey was on that team too. He's a guard. He played for final. But yeah, I just that game that was so Hoop Fest. Is that like what teams were a part of that event?
It was a lot of teams apart. We got IMG,
Okay.
Bullets, PVI. We had I can't really remember all of them, but there was a couple of big names. That was Sid Will was there and things like that. So it was like a big little like ever since like from years to come. Like I mean from years past, like it was a lot of big schools, big names that come out there and
Okay.
things like that. So yeah.
Are you guys doing it again this year?
Yeah, we actually December 6th through the 7th. We play next week we play Highland. You know of I don't know how I forgot his name. He a big time. I think he was at USA.
Need a Met?
Nate Mint. Yup. Nate
Yeah.
Mint. Yup. We played
Yep.
him coming up. Yeah, he gave us. I ain't gonna say what he did to us that first time, but yeah, he did something crazy. So we looking forward to that game, and we planning on getting some give back. Yeah, for sure.
That's big time. Yeah, man. So now heading into this season, like walking away from EYBL, all that, was it just you guys jumped right into high school ball practices? Or, like, I'm sure over the summer you guys were playing, but just what were those preparations like for this season?
The preparation it started early, like so, right after the high school season. I would say right after the high school season, when we jumped into EYBL. But like as EYBL going, we still having high school open runs where anybody could come, and then like
Okay.
then that's when we went back and that's when we played like three sessions of EYBL. Then after those three, we went in the high school summer league ball. So we was playing for a couple of weeks. Then that's when we went back for Peace Jam. Then right after Peace Jam, we was right into the high school like practicing early morning lifts and things like that. So it really ain't stopped. Like right after the season, we was in the things preparing.
Gotcha. Were you guys like, I mean, you were mid season with EYBL and all that. I'm sure some of your other teammates were playing AAU ball as well. Would you guys like during the week just get back together at these open runs and just in the middle of AAU season, like you guys had this tournament this past weekend, but you guys are back home and then now you guys are practicing open runs? Like, were you guys doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we was doing that. Yeah, like
Okay.
even Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesdays, like through that whole little week, and things like that. So we was doing a lot, getting back together.
Yeah, man. So Nate Amet, I saw like he was playing in a live period event down in the DMV area during like with his high school team and all that. Were you guys playing in those live period events as well?
Yeah, we played in those live parent events. We actually played against them. We played
Okay.
against them. I think we lost, but I don't think it was a big loss. I forgot the actual score, but yeah, we played against them in that live period.
You're playing AAU ball, all that. So then to come back home and play in those live period events, like just what is that like going from the AAU circuit where you're playing against that elite competition to then coming back and playing high school summer league ball at those big events?
It was a great experience, especially playing against elite players, but also that's older than you, and things like that. So like even though we playing against them, like I'm learning from as we go in the game. And then another big part was that we got to play against almost every college coach
Yeah.
almost every college coach. So like it was like this a great experience getting to showcase your talent and put it out to the world and things like that.
Yeah. Did you play against Decatur in one of those events?
We ain't play against a Caden in one, but it was the event that just passed. That was a big event that in the Denver area.
Okay.
A Native Minimum was down there, things like that. So it was a lot of great talent in that event right there. Yeah.
Now heading into this year, what are some of your personal goals and then also team goals for this season coming up?
Personal goals, I just want to really. That's the mindset every year. Like I just want to be better than what I was last year. I want to progress, like becoming a better point guard, becoming a better scorer, just becoming a better all around player. And for the team, like I just really want to get us a WCAC championship and have a great record. Cause the year I was did a first year we took a tough loss in the Final Four. I think we lost to Gonzaga by like 3. And then the year before that, I wasn't there, but we lost to PVI by 1. So I feel like we're right there. We got what it takes, and I feel like all we gotta do, the whole team to just come together and like really like say like yeah we're gonna win this and believe in each other. So I just really want to get a WCAC championship.
Like talked about leadership just within your Team Durant team. Have you become stepped into more of a leadership role now that you're already a year in at the school and you kind of know what it is? You were part of that team last year. Have you stepped into more of a leadership role this year?
Yep. Especially and my coach Mike Jones, he's preaching that to me like they need me to be a leader this year. So I'm just trying to become a better leader every single day. And I know it's like I mean it's not really a big jump, but like at the same time it is and things like that. But like really just emphasizing like talking every play, like having to talk every play and things like that. So my coach is really emphasizing be a leader because we need one. So I'm just trying to take that role.
How you approach leadership, is it different from over the summer when you were with Team Durant to now with DeMatha? Like, is your leadership approach different at all?
Yeah, my leadership approach is different because I feel like in EYBL, like we're all the same age, so like I could get to them a little bit better and they respect me. I'm not saying like my teammates and demand respect because they do, but like really in like demand, like I actually gotta like demand because like I'm a one of the youngest players on the team, so it's like for me to be a leader, I gotta demand because I got older players, seniors, juniors that's looking at me. So I really gotta be able to demand and really take charge. So my approach is way different from the EYBL to the math.
Does that start in practice or just those personal conversations with your teammates? Like, where does that start, that approach?
I feel like it starts in practice because like everything like starts with practice because I can't expect to like just be quiet all practice and then the game time expect them to respond to me well. So I really feel like everything starts at practice, just being able to communicate and also like what you said, like those small conversations like outside of the court and things like that, really gaining their trust and like letting them know that I'm there with you and I got your back and I need you to have my back. So really both them short conversations and also practice.
What about off the court? Like just hanging out with your teammates. I know during school you guys are taking classes and all that, but I'm sure you guys are all hanging out with each other, walking the halls together, communicating with one another. So, what is it like off the court with you and your teammates?
We have great bonds like off the court. like at lunch, like we with each other, and if not lunch, like we gotta wait 2 hours of practice after school. So we all just be in the locker room, going to get something to eat, just chatting it up and just having fun,
Yeah.
like having great conversation. So I feel like our bond like outside of the court is like amazing.
There's a 2 hour gap between end of school and when you guys practice?
Yeah, yeah.
That's different. My high school, we didn't, it was right after.
Yeah, nah, that's what I wish it was, but we gotta wait for freshman to practice JV, then it's
Okay.
yeah.
I gotcha. What's the go to food spot when you're waiting for practice?
Me personally, sugar it's a place called Sugar and Spice, or I just go to
Okay.
McDonald's. But like a lot of people at our school, like they Chipotle heavy. I don't eat Chipotle, but like it's just Chipotle right down the street, so they go to
Okay.
Chipotle and get something to eat. But me personally, Sugar and Spice or McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to the Chipotle. I like Chipotle. What do you get at Sugar and Spice? Like what is that?
Get the 7 for 7 special, but like they got so like I get 7 wings and fries for $7. So I just get that like
Okay.
yeah. So I just get that every day for real.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you go to like Wingstop at all or is Sugar and Spice like you're big for like wings and all that?
No, I don't really go to Wingstop, especially like because we don't really got no wings. I don't think we do. At least
Okay.
right next to us. So if it like I either go walking distance, Sugar and Spices walking distance, or like I ask somebody like one of my teammates to drive me to Chick-fil-A. We got Chick-fil-A. It's not
Okay.
too far, but like I ain't really trying to walk all the way there. Yeah.
I gotcha. Um yeah, so talked about like you off the court with your teammates. Just for you, when you're not playing basketball, like what do you like to be doing?
Playing the game.
Playing
Yeah,
the game?
always like playing the game. Like if I'm not like in the gym working out or having practice, things like that. I ain't really the type of party guy go out and things like that. I really just love to
Uh-huh.
come in the house and play the game for real. Yeah,
Yeah. What games you play?
I've been on that NCAA 25 heavy. Yeah,
Okay.
and then I just got back to playing Fortnite a little bit. I play GTA. I play Madden 2K,
Yeah.
but really I'm really on that NCAA.
What's your go-to college team in NCAA?
Alabama.
Alabama. Okay. Hey, I mean, is it just QB like QB sneak with Jalen Milrow, pretty much?
I'm really the type. I'm either that or like I'm running it and then I give you a short pass, a quick short pass, like just to like get you like you don't really know what I'm gonna do. But like I
Okay.
really just like Alabama because they block like in NCAA for some reason like most of the linemen don't be blocking, so I just will use Alabama because they block.
PG County also and just DMV area produces a lot of great football players too. So, did you play football at all like growing up or are you just do you go to like the DeMatha football games? Like are you around that sport a little bit, I guess?
Yeah, I used to play football. I played football like all my life. Like basketball and football is always basketball and football all my life. Until I got to high school. In eighth grade,
Okay.
like I was one of the top cornerbacks in Maryland. But like at the time, like I was getting a lot of offers like from basketball. So like when I got to high school, they was like make a decision, and a lot of people was like, if you don't stay with basketball, you crazy. But I do want to, cause like the coaches they've been on me heavy. Football coach they've been like, yeah, come back a year. And so I might try like my junior year. I might give it a shot, see how it go.
What are some big time players like coming out of the area for football right now? I know there's got to be some.
Yeah, we got some guys on our team. I can name two right now because they in my class. Not in my like 24/7, but like they in one of
Uh,
my school classes. We
uh-huh.
got Jacob Wallace. He a two sport athlete. He one of our point guards for the Mantha.
Okay.
Yeah, he in that in football like he really doing it. He got a brother that's in the league right now. And then another one we got LeVar Keys. He's going to he committed to Penn State. He a junior.
Okay.
Yeah, he flat out too. Great wide receiver.
That's dope.
He flat out, yeah.
One last question I've added into just kind of these conversations is podcast is called Doubted. How does that word apply to your life and just your life journey thus far?
Yeah, doubted, like, that's like, when I heard that word, like, that was like a big word, because I feel like like ever since like I was young, like I always had like I always had a big name. So like sometimes I be down, like if I have a bad game and things like that, I'd be down. And then one day it was like um it was just like one day, like I was just sitting in a room by myself, and then I was just thinking like, why do I always feel like doubt and stuff like that and things like that. But then my grandmother talked to me and my mother, and it was like trusting God, and one like that's when I just got started getting closer with God, and like everything. Like I still have my moments, but like everything feel better because I'm just putting my trust in Him, and believing that whatever He got for me in the future is going to be great.
Yeah, Jamal, I mean, I'm glad to have you on, man. I appreciate your time. I know you're busy with high school season and all that, getting ready for that big year ahead. So just appreciate you jumping on here, man. Great conversation. I'm looking forward to getting this out to the people. It's a good one.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate you.